Today we're having to move Slurry. Our tanks are all very full. But so we're not just at the open season yet here. We can't spread Slurry until February, so I know it's different down the country and that, but even if we could spread Slurry today, yesterday or the day before, it wouldn't have made any difference. Ground is just so wet that there's not a hope you could go anywhere. Unfortunately, back about 2 weeks ago, ground was in great condition. We could have slurried, but Canada farming at its best left it that when the open season came, it seems to be that it's going to be wet. We don't know, we'll see what February brings. But in this situation here, what we're going to do is normally we would mix these two tanks over here as the ones that give us problems, especially the one on this side where you get a lot of rainwater and things coming in from the yard. But what I'm going to do this year, rather than having to pump it over to this house here, I'm going to actually, because it's quite full as well, I'm going to actually mix these two tanks and I'm going to take about 10 load out of each and I'm going to pump it over to our other new shed over on our other out farm. So the first job in hand will be to let all the cows out of the shed. There's calves down in that shed down there just below. I'm going to let them out and let them up into the calving pen so that the whole house is completely clear of cattle. Open up all the doors and then just obviously so that there's no accidents with slurry fumes, as a lot of you know well about. It can be very dangerous, so take no chances, just clear the house out so that we don't have to ever look into the shed or ever have to check on anything. It's the way I've always done it, and it's the way everybody, as far as I'm concerned, should do it. So yeah, we get cracking at that now, get these calves and cows out, and we'll get a bit of footage of that, and then we'll get the mixer into the tank and we start mixing. So we'll pick it up there and see how we get on. Alright, my ladies, let's go. Oh, min. Nice and easy. Come on. Come on. So as you can see, we've the cows all out in the yard, and we've our young calves put out into the calving pen for now. Cows are all completely empty and safe, so we just have to hooking up the agitator there now. That's an NC Super 3000. Great agitator, works lovely behind this tractor. Have it about 10 years now. Super, does our job brilliantly. We're just mixing here at the moment. We're not mixed for too long. I'll probably give it about 10-15 minutes because I'm only trying to pull out a few load out of it, so you don't have to give it a huge mix. And that tank's quite thick, so I'll find that it'll thicken up fairly quick if I leave it too long. So if I can get it down 4 or 5 feet, then yard water itself will run into it over time and that will dilute it even further. So that's the two tanks mixed now. I do always allow at least 10-15 minutes before I put the cattle back into a shed. The door's opened, the two side doors is opened, and I'm only after closing them two there now because it's about 15 minutes now since I took the agitator out. Just gives a little bit of time for everything to air out, especially today. It's very calm today, there's no air about it all, and it just takes a wee bit longer for the whole fumes to dissipate out completely. So it's also worth just giving that extra bit of time to make sure the sheds are completely safe before you allow any cattle back in. So Just going to put them back in now and put the young cows back into their own house. And then we'll get the agitator washed, get the slurry tank on, and then get cracking at the slurry for the rest of the day. So we're on our way over here with our 17th load here. Quite a few load put out. Nice to get the pressure taken off the tanks. Not the mixing all went handy enough. Only mixed for 10 minutes, as seen there. But enough to get about 10 loads out of each tank. Which is plenty to take the pressure off until we're able to actually put out slurry then in a couple of weeks' time. But judging by the field conditions the way they are at the moment, it doesn't look like we're going to get into the fields anytime soon. A lot of rain came with Storm Brendan and things like that, so just left things a bit messy and a bit mucky at the minute. But we had a couple of nights of good frost then that came afterwards, and that was good to see. Helps open the ground up and helps to drain the ground a bit better, or a bit quicker I should say. But given a couple of dry days now, and definitely things are soaking up, but I think it's given more rain towards the weekend. So look, we're not in any rush. That's to say, this tank over here is a blessing. I remember at the first, any of you that are following the construction of that shed will know from our third or fourth part to that video series that you'll see that I was talking about this very job here and being able to go over here with slurry when we're under pressure, and to be able to put out a few, to be able to dump a few loads into this tank every so often, alleviate the pressure completely at home. So we've no problem with storage now. So I'm just reversing up here, and all I'm doing is reversing back to the far side. I have a pipe just sitting here in the tank ready to go, and I hook it on, and a minute or two the whole thing's empty. So this is my Abbey 1600 gallon tank. Had this tank from 2014, and it's been a good tank. I upgraded from 1100, very same tank that I had. Yes, I bought it second hand. I knew the owner, I knew where it came from, I knew what it had done. It was very clean. Look at it, showing its age. It's a 2003, 2004, I think, something around that. Yes, there's rust coming here and there, but I plan to keep it for another while. We'll do a full review on a video on it down the line. We'll probably do a full review on the tanker and the agitator together. But it has been very reliable. I've never had to really do much work to it. The only thing I did was just around here I added another fill point on the side. From the last tank that I had, the 1100 gallon tank, I had the quick attach. I kept it on and put the blank plate back on. So I had it in the shed, sitting there for them number of years. I just said, I might use it in the future. So lo and behold, I put a new lollipop on handle and then just bolted this on, and perfect. Other jobs that I've done is the lights were originally broken off it. I know this they were in the same place, but there were bits. A lot of people just didn't bother with lights, so I made up 2 new box housings myself. Good solid job, and fitted 2 new LED lights to it. Just cleans it up a little bit and leaves it a little bit, you know, everything's working. You need to have lights on your tank when you're on the road. Other jobs that will be done on it, I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. I know the time will come that I will have to part with it, but at the time I bought it, I got it at very good money, and it's been brilliant. It's never let me down, and it does my job absolutely brilliantly, especially when you're drawing on the road quite a bit. The only thing is, I suppose the disadvantage is, a lot of you are going to know who are used to machinery, is the Russian wheels. On this size of tank, it can be quite hard on ground if the ground's anyway sloped or slippy, which ours is. It can be inclined to take the top surface sod off the field and slip to the side because of the type of wheels. Recessed wheels would solve that problem and be much easier pulled as well. But look, it is what it is. This tank, that's the way it came. Down the line, when I do change the tank, I will buy another 1600 gallon. This time it'll be recessed wheels. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, put a comment down below. Happily answer them. We go through them all. Mightn't answer them all, as I said before, but I try to get back to them as many as possible. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. It seems like only yesterday that we're at 2,500. So the channel is doing brilliantly. Thanks very much to you all for that, and we'll keep it coming. Loads of stuff happening now in the next few weeks. As you know, calving period is kind of halfway through, well, almost halfway through. I'll be glad to see when it's fully through. We have had no problems, none whatsoever, which, touch wood, remains that way. And for some reason, I've put one of my GoPros down here somewhere along the line here this morning, and I don't know where I put it. It must have fell in my pocket or something, but I cannot find it. So I'll have to go searching here to see can I find it after a while. Thanks for watching, folks, and we will catch you on the next one.